Hey everyone, just quickly, just wanted to record a short video on the latest post that I've done that whatever you tolerate becomes you. So there is a point where you need to be grateful, and then there's a point where you need to stop tolerating. Now, there are a lot of people who are having all sorts of resources and blessings, and they are confused whether what is going on should be tolerated because I am happy otherwise. So I'll give you an example. A spouse, a wife who has all the resources, a husband, kids, a house, money, and all sorts of luxury, but the husband abuses, the husband disrespects, or the husband is not appreciative towards what she's doing, then should she tolerate? Or um, a child who has all sorts of resources, but the father hits, the mother is dominating and controlling. So, where do we tolerate, and how much do you tolerate, and when do you speak up? Or a person who's on a job, a fantastic dream job, but there is a lot of backbiting, there is a lot of negativity in the system, in the workplace, or it's unhealthy. Where do you tolerate, and where do you draw a line and say that's it? I have a small test for you, and it is very easy, and it will give you a lot of clarity for those of you who are confused. And the test is regret. If you regret staying quiet when you should have spoken in front of someone, if you regret being in the environment of negative people, if you regret being dominated, if you regret being disrespected in front of other people by maybe your parents or friend or spouse, if the feeling is negative, if you don't feel good, that is what you don't need to tolerate, right? Standards, your mental standards needs to increase. So if you are, you're not okay and it's just not happening, I mean, you have your mental standards, and if your environment and surrounding or people around you are really not behaving, I'm not saying be disrespectful and be direct and yell or show anger. I'm saying communicate, don't tolerate. Say what you need to say it clearly, say it concise. Now, one more point, when you start becoming intolerant and you start voicing your thoughts, your emotions, people around you are not going to be okay. And this is the primary reason why people are tolerating all sorts of nonsense, disrespect, and abuse, because they feel that let it be, let it go, let it continue. Why create resistance? Because the moment you become intolerant, you're creating resistance for other people. So as long as you're goody goody and you're nice and you're obeying and you're all, in for it, okay, okay, whatever you do, I'm okay and I will take it. Obviously, everything is going to be nice, right? People are just going to keep mistreating you, keep abusing you, keep using you for their own benefit. But the moment you say no to a friend, you say no to your in laws, you say no to your spouse, or you say no to your parents or siblings or anybody at school, at college, at work, to your boss, you say, no, that's it, I cannot take this more. There will be resistance, there will be challenges, there will be problems. But in all the challenges and in all the problems, I promise you there will be growth, there will be abundance, there will be happiness. So you're basically exploring, you're moving out, and you're saying, hey, I'm not going to tolerate anything which is below my standards. So I raise my standard of living, thinking, behaving, feeling, and then I demand what I want. And if someone is not willing to give, then you exit, you move out, you say no, you say thank you very much. I cannot continue living the way I'm living. Now, if you are dependent on your parents for income, if you're dependent on your spouse because you don't know what to do, that's a big question mark, because that makes people tolerate things. So obviously, if it's your survival livelihood, you need to be independent. If you don't want to tolerate your parents or your boss or your spouse, then obviously you will get resistance. Two things will happen: either they will accept it, they will understand, and they will change, and there will be mutual understanding, or there'll be friction. there'll be a lot of friction, and you might have to exit the job, the relation, the house, and you need to be ready for that. And that is not something bad. You're moving towards a better quality of life. You're transforming your mind, yourself, and your life. So I know it's challenging. It's easy to say, very difficult to do. People say that it takes a lot of courage. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of uncertainty. What if? What if not? But my answer to you is this: is it worth staying in that relation, in that house, on the job, which is abusing you, which is not allowing you to grow, not giving you an environment to flourish, to be positive, to be happy? Is it worth continue? And another thing which I can tell you is, if you continue, it is not going to reduce. Whatever you tolerate becomes you. You will become like that. And most of you probably have already experienced that when you are in a toxic environment, when you're when you are in negativity, or when you tolerate disrespect, then you lose respect for your own self, and then you just become a doormat, and people just use you for their own benefit, and you go deeper and deeper into upset and frustration and regret, and probably depression, and that causes more behavioral problems for you and your life. So I hope this helps all of you to stop tolerating and draw the line and communicate with strength, with confidence, be alive and fearless. Trust yourself, trust your mind, trust your creator, and do whatever needs to be done. Take massive action, enjoy the journey. You only get one life. Make it count. Live it. Live it. Thank you so much. Have a great day.